my name is Sophia and I love Eurovision. We are back at it again this year for the Eurovision guessing game. I've been doing this challenge for about 6 years now. This is my 6th year and I am incredibly excited to do it again. We are in a new space. Crazy. Just before we get started, I'll explain the rules again to refresh your memory if you were here last year, or to explain it to you if you're new here. And if you're new here, hello. Firstly, I will be listening to each of the songs from the Spotify playlist of Eurovision 2026. So whatever order that the Spotify playlist order is, that will be the order of which I listen to. It'll just make it easier for me to keep track of where I am in the playlist. Next, the 4 things I will be allowed to use to guess the song is the title of the song, the artist of the song, the cover art of the song, and also the lyrics. Now, the lyrics is the tricky one because Spotify does have built-in lyrics for most of the songs on the platform, at least most of the popular songs on the platform. And that goes for Eurovision as well. Most of them will have lyrics on the platform, so I do not have to go and search them or Google them or anything. The problem is that when a song doesn't have the lyrics on the platform, I have to go and Google that. So I will be Googling it very, very carefully. I've done this for a few years now. I've gotten pretty good at Googling without figuring it out. If I do get spoiled by the lyrics, then I will not include that in the final count. And lastly, the final count. So there will be a percentage kind of grade that I give myself, and also just a whatever out of whatever that I get right. And it will not include songs that I have been spoiled. This year I've actually only been spoiled. I've only had Finland spoiled for me, and that is because I keep up with UMK, and I had an artist who was in UMK and I was just keeping up with it to see if she won. She did not win, which is so upsetting, but it's fine. It's like a curse. Every time that I like an artist, they never get through UMK, which is so unfortunate, but whatever. That's besides the point. So yeah, I've only gotten Finland spoiled for me, and if anything arises, I will just say it got spoiled and say who it is. I just not included in the final count. So the final count will not be, I think it's 35 on the playlist. It will not be 35, it will be 34 unless something comes up along the way. One final note before I begin. This video is supposed to be very, very apolitical. I do not want to start up any sort of political conversations in this video, and if that's what you're looking for, then this is not the right video for you. Number one, it's not really in the vibe of the game. Like, I started this just to kind of audio geoguess, the songs from Eurovision. It was not supposed to be political to begin with, and it still is not. And also because I don't know the countries, I can't really state anything like, oh yeah, I hate France or something, and I hate the song because it's from France or something, because I just don't know if it's from France or not. I don't feel like it'll be fair to any of the songs to give that sort of extra political bias. I have my own political opinions, but I'm not going to express them in this video. And if you want that, then go somewhere else. Some songs are quite obvious from what country they're from, except if you're San Marino last year, which is still pissing me off. If you don't know, I guessed Italy for San Marino's song last year called Viva l'Italia. So God forbid a girl think that that's from Italy. But no, there's some songs that are kind of obvious where it's from, and I still will not be giving my political opinion on those, because I just don't think it's fair and I just don't think it's necessary. And I just wanted to put this disclaimer out here because I know that there are going to be some people that are going to be a little bit upset by that, or are going to be upset at my opinions. And, you can be upset at my opinions, but don't think it's because I hate that country or hate whatever's going on in that country. Like, I just don't. This is just not that video. I will also have the songs playing out loud. So if there is any sort of reaction to any sort of the song, you will know where I am in the song. I don't know if that'll come up, and because I do want to avoid copyright issues. But if that does come up, then you'll know. But let's start. We are going to start with Bangaranga by Dara. So we're starting off pretty strong with Bangaranga by Dara. I am kind of stuck. I don't know. I'm trying to look at the country list. I have a list of just all the participating countries, so I have an idea, because I don't remember, because they have 5 pulled out from last year. They have 35, which is pretty crazy. So they added in a bunch of them, and I just don't know. What I initially thought it could be Israel, because it kind of sounds like what Israel has sometimes done in the past. But looking at their track record for the last 2 years, not including this year obviously, but from 2025 and 2024 they submitted ballads, and I have a feeling that they're going to do that this year. So I don't think it's Israel, but it does kind of give off like Unicorn a few years ago, so I'm like, okay, so it could be possibly Israel, but it also doesn't have any Hebrew, and they typically do Hebrew, so I'm actually going to not do Israel. Who else does this sort of thing? I don't know, it kind of feels like maybe Greece or something in that area. I can also change my answers, by the way, later on, so if I find like, oh yeah, I say it's Israel, and then I find the actual Israeli one, then I can just change it. But I don't want to put Israel because it's not with Hebrew. This is a really, really hard one to start with. I don't know. Maybe Albania? No, Albania does more of like a darker thing, but I think it's from that area. It just doesn't sound like anything. Oh, that's a lie. It could be Serbia maybe, but like a lot of those songs usually have the language. It's all in English. This is actually pissing me off. Oh my god. How could I start with such a hard one? I thought I'd start with an easy, like I feel like every year I start with an easy one and just get a couple of like things off the list, but I'm stuck. Maybe I'll put like Poland or something. I'm gonna put Poland. I'm not happy with Poland. I'm gonna put Poland ? Because I'm not happy with it. We're gonna continue on with För vi går hem. I don't know if I pronounced that right at all. Oh, well, I was going to guess Denmark, but guess who just got spoiled? But it is Denmark. I was gonna put Denmark because of the one of the songs by, oh my god, I don't remember. I think it was 2020. It was 2021 or 2020 from that song that was in Danish, and I did it for my like one of my assignments, which is fun. I'm not going to go into detail with that. You're gonna be like, what assignment? Think about what assignment. I don't care. I think I pronounced it pretty well. Oh, okay. Well, it is Danish. It says Dansk Melodi Grand Prize in the cover art. So it's unfortunate I got Denmark. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Bangaranga, I would say, was probably about like I think it was like a 7 out of 10. I think it was a strong start. No, I'm gonna go 6 out of 10, but it's very Eurovision song, like a very average Eurovision song, so take that as you will. This is not necessarily a bad thing. So that song was actually really good. I actually quite like that. I think that it's also very, very Eurovision. I mean, that's what you get in a lot of Eurovision songs. You just get songs that are like, they're quite obviously meant for Eurovision, because guess what? They're meant for Eurovision. It felt very Eurovision, but I honestly kind of fucked with it. I feel like I would listen to that on like a daily basis. So I'm gonna actually put like an 8. I think I'm being quite generous at the beginning. I'm gonna maybe get a little bit more harsh later on, and I'm going to mark that with an asterisk. So that is how I know. That is how I remember at the end which ones I got spoiled. It's just an asterisk. It's so unfortunate because I would have gotten that point. It was like a free point basically. Okay, whatever. We have My System by Felicia. Okay, My System by Felicia. Ooh, I'm getting, for some reason, very, very strong Norway vibes. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It kind of reminds me of Norway's song last year. Yes, last year. That's kind of all I have to say. I'm getting Norway. I have no idea if it's right. I'm gonna just try. We're just gonna try. Honestly, I fucked with it so hard. I'm gonna guess Norway. I'm also gonna guess, I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but I'm going to reveal everything at the end. Let's go on to the next one, which I have a feeling I know what it is. Liekinheitin. Fuck. By Linda Lampenius and Pete Parkkonen. And I have a feeling I know what this is, because I have a feeling that they both look like the two people that I know. It's fucking Finland. It's Finland. Unless it's Estonia, I'm gonna kill myself. So I know this one, so I'm going to not count it in the final vote. Whoa. I fuck with the song Loki. I think I'd actually listen to this song on my own. Should I keep the reactions? I don't know. It'll be a lot for me to cut out, so I'm just going to. I'll see you in the next one. Also, I'm looking at myself in the iPad. I need to stop doing that. I actually need to stop doing that. Okay, Liekinheitin. Definitely Finland. I actually really like that one. It was a good song. I don't really have too much to say about it. It was good. I think that it will do well at Eurovision. I think that the vocals might be a little bit difficult to do on stage, but I really appreciate that they added in a violinist, and they had a violinist in there. I mean, I am a classical musician, and it's really great to see classical musicians in pop music and whatnot, and brought into the mainstream a little bit more. You don't really see it besides like Lindsey Sterling, but it's good to see it, I think. Let's continue on to Jala, I think it's Jala, by Antigone. I think it's from a warm country. Hi, Greece. I was not spoiled by that. I opened up the lyrics. I was going to say the cover art looks like it's from a warm country because it looks like it's from a warm country, but then I just opened it up and I'm like, it's Greek, so it can either be Greece or Cyprus, and that is the question that I have to do. I kind of am getting Cyprus from this. I'm gonna see, because Greece is kind of like not really like sort of songs, but I don't know. Jala, it's Jala, not Yala. Okay, Jala. I actually fuck with the song. I would dance to this. I'm gonna lock in Cyprus. I think this would be a Cyprus song. I'm actually so mad. I'm so mad I did not record the audio for the last bit, and I made such a disgustingly shitty joke that I really wanted to share, so I'm gonna do it again. I locked in Cyprus for Jala. I think that it has that sort of upbeat sort of vibe with so that Cyprus sometimes does, or typically does. Now we're moving on to Fire by Sarah Engels. Initially when I was writing down her name, I wrote it down Sarah Angels, and I felt, well, that's a bit of a funny name, so I looked back and it's Sarah Engels. And then I thought, well, that sounds like Sarah Engels, so I'll be calling her Sarah Engels. That's a lie. Her name is Engels. Or Angels? I actually don't know. I feel like there's also a whole lot of songs like titled Fire or about fire in Eurovision. I swear to God. Like last year we had, I think, 2, if I'm recalling correctly. It's either fire or firefighters. That's like the two ends of Eurovision, just fire and firefighting. I have gone through most of the song at this point. I'm like in the last quarter of it. It is such a standard Eurovision song. I don't know. It's so... Maybe this one's Greece too. I'm getting like no help from anything. Not from the name, unless I just don't know about the naming conventions of the country. Nothing from the lyrics, nothing from the cover art. I'm struggling. Is this one Poland? Well, I mean, I would know if it's Poland if they had like a pink fart on the screen, but they can't do visuals really in this. And also that's in like the final and the grand final and or like the semifinals and stuff, so whatever. Okay, I think I'll just have to pull something out of my ass. I'm kind of gonna go Malta. I think I'm gonna go Malta, but I'm going to guess Malta. I honestly thought that song kind of sucked. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's just a I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. It's just a standard sort of Eurovision song, which is why I'm guessing Malta, because Malta simply just does that. I think the only reason Malta was popular last year was because of the cunt and being cunt. Otherwise, I feel like the song is actually a little bit overrated. I loved it. I know I loved it. And I listen to it sometimes, and it's fun and it's groovy, but I think the whole shtick is just based off of that one lyric, and after it was removed from Eurovision, it just doesn't work as well, which is so annoying. But anyways, let's go to the next one, called Choke Me by Alexandra Capitanescu. And I'm not even gonna listen to the song. It's fucking Romania. I'm 100% certain. I was actually just talking about someone about this, but pretty much every single Romanian last name ends in Escu. So if something ends in Escu, it is Romanian. Let's see how right I am. Okay, there's no Romanian in the lyrics. Ooh, but I fuck with this one. Ooh. All right. So, I actually fucked with it really, really hard. I think that eventually it'll be a bit too repetitive to listen to over and over again for like the rest of my life. But I really like that song, actually. I love rock. And I thought that her vocals were really, really good. And also, I kind of liked the almost like classical singing. It's almost, because it's not quite there. I feel like a lot of people do a certain type of voice when they try to imitate like opera singing. I don't know if she's classically trained. She could be, but also generally classically trained voices, like classical singing styles don't really translate well in a lot of pop music, just because of the way that pop music is edited, and it's not really meant for opera voices and other classical singing styles of voices for the mixing in the classical singing styles. But I actually really liked it. I'm gonna lock in my guess with Romania, because I am quite certain that it is Romanian, simply by her last name. There was no like other really anything that gave it away, but it is her last name, so Romania. Next we're gonna go Viva Moldova. Well, it's not Romania. Better not be Romania. Swear to God, if Choke Me is Moldova and Viva Moldova is Romania, I'm going to I can't actually threaten him. I'm gonna give him a big old hug. I'm gonna find Satoshi and give him a big old hug and squeeze just a little bit too tight. That was not a threat, by the way. I don't actually care that much, but I swear to God, if it's the same, if it's the same thing as last year, I'm actually gonna go crazy. But yeah, Viva Moldova by Satoshi. Again, if Romania, if any other country, Viva Moldova by Satoshi. I actually really fucked with it. I think I'd listen to it a lot. I feel like a lot of the Eastern European songs I really, really fuck with. So this one, I'm going to give it a good 8 out of 10 because it is fun and I think it'll do actually quite well in the song contest. I think Moldova has a shot at least getting into top 10 of, this kind of reminds me of Stefania. Almost just by kind of the vibe. But yeah, I really liked it. Next is Yeah by, I forgot to put the name in, Jonas Love. I didn't get anything from that. I'm kind of getting Latvia, but I don't know if Jonas is a popular name in Latvia. Can I Google that? I don't know. The name doesn't sound like... Wait, is it Jonas? Is this how the Jonas Brothers' name is spelled? I don't know why I guessed it was Jonas. So I'm guessing it's fucking Jonas because... Well, maybe it's Jonas? If it's Jonas, then I feel like... Then I guess it could be the UK, but I don't think this is a UK sort of song. He also has an accent that's not like a UK accent. I'm still kind of getting Latvia, but I'm also not getting... I feel like I'm getting that area. I'm looking at the cover art right now, I'm sorry. Like maybe not quite Nordic, but maybe Nordic. Balkan. Is that Baltic? Baltic. I keep mixing up Baltic and Balkan. I should know this by now. Like, I think it's Baltic. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna cry. It's not Finland, because we got Finland already. I don't think this would be Sweden, and we've had Denmark already, and that's spoiled. So it can't be Denmark either. But we've already guessed Norway, and I'm kind of confident with the Norway that we have guessed. And Estonia, it could be Estonia. Oh! Is Latvia even participating? Hold on. Did I read it wrong? No, Latvia's in there. Yeah, Latvia's in there. Maybe I mean Estonia. I was thinking about this one song that it kind of reminded me of. I'm gonna redo to Estonia, not Latvia. I don't know. I'm gonna put Estonia, but I'm gonna put Estonia in orange letters, which means that I might come back to it later. Because I'm getting that area of Europe. I don't think the name is like very Estonian or Latvian either, but I can't really think of what else it could be. The more I think about it, the less confident I get about every single one except for fucking Viva Moldova. I think I'm gonna do Estonia in orange right now and see if it's right. But there might be an Estonian name that comes up and it's like, okay, well that is Estonia. Let's just move on. Okay, we're going on to Ferto by Akulas. Oh, this could be Latvia maybe. Could this be Latvia? Oh, no, it's not. I just looked at the lyrics. Oh, is this Cyprus or is this fucking Greece? I'm actually lost. No, maybe this is maybe this is Cyprus. Is this Cyprus or Greece? I'm watching a little video that it has. That's a fun little video. Oh, I just hit my teeth. I do like the song. I'm just really, really hoping that it's Greece. Because I can't do it if it's not. I genuinely can't. I feel like the first one gives more Cyprus vibes than this one. Neither of them give Greece vibes is the thing, but this one gives off less of both. My gut is just telling me to do Cyprus for the first one and Greece for this one, and I don't know. I'm really unsure about that one. This is what I hate, is that when it's like the same language for multiple ones, like there's so much French and the next one's in French. God, I am hoping it is France. I usually guess France for the first French one. So it could be Belgium or Luxembourg. Let's listen to see what it is. If it's a ballad, 100% France. If not, could still be France, but probably not. Oh, those strings are very, very fake. It's France. It's France. It's France. France. I'm locking it in. I'm not thinking about it anymore. I'm not thinking about it anymore. It's France. For France. For France. If they say shit like Paris, come on, I have to have something. I like how people are just following the trend of the last like 2 winners. I really am wondering if this one gets any like high. I think it will. I think it's a good song so far. But I wonder how it's going to work, how it's going to go in Eurovision. We're going to continue on to Alice ESC version. Whatever. Alice by Veronica Fusani. The name is kind of... Oh, maybe it's San Marino. Because the name kind of feels like it would be Italian. And San Marino does sometimes do like English songs. So I'm gonna actually put in San Marino. Now we're moving on to Per Sempre Si by Sal Da Vinci. I'm curious to see how many times he has gotten that joke. This sounds really fake. Italy usually sends in an Italian song, so I don't think this would be San Marino just because of that. I'm gonna guess Italy just because it's either Italy or San Marino, and I already guessed San Marino. I could be very wrong with this, so I'm gonna highlight San Marino in like orange. If a different Italian song comes up, I'm going to be changing I'm actually going to be changing this to San Marino and then the other one. I just don't think this is very Italy material. Okay, so Dancing on the Ice. Interesting song. I'm gonna keep listening and have a think. I was getting a lot of like either Albania, Azerbaijan, Armenia, maybe Georgia sort of vibes. Kind of am inclined to go for maybe Azerbaijan. No, I'm gonna go for Armenia actually. And also, I was just looking at the list because I need to eat lunch. So I was like wondering, okay, when should I stop for the list, in the list? And I saw a familiar name, Senhit, who, if I recall correctly, she was San Marino a few years back. So I'm taking back the San Marino from Alice, and instead I'm actually going to put Azerbaijan because I got some Azerbaijani vibes from her. So I'm going to put San Marino away. And just wait for Senhit because I think it was Senhit and Florida. So I'm going to mark off both Armenia and Azerbaijan. I'm fairly confident with that. I'm actually not really confident with that, but we're going to see how it goes. Let's move on to Eclipse by Delta Goodrem. I'm struggling. This is hard. Just from the vibe of the song, no, I got kind of a bit of a Belgium sort of vibe. I don't know. So I think I'm going to go with Belgium. I'm not really confident with that. There was really nothing to go. Next song is Tanzchen by Cosmo. I think there's another song that's in yes. I think this is Austria. Because it'd either be Austria or Germany. But the other one's 1, 2, 3, and for some reason that feels more German. I don't know. I think I'll have to listen to that and then see. I'm actually so mad I fucking pronounced that name wrong. It's Tanzschein. I should know this. I know how to read German. I took a German course. Tanzschein. I'm actually so mad at myself. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to all of Germany and Austria and every single German speaker ever. I don't know. It's either Germany or Austria. I think I need to listen to 1, 2, 3. But for some reason, because 1, 2, 3 is giving me more Germany vibes. But this is also quite German, I think. Well, I mean, it is in German, but you get what I mean. So I think we'll just wait until 1, 2, 3 by Look Mom No Computer. Okay. I'm gonna just put Austria. Anyways, let's move on. Andromeda by Lelek. Ooh. Wait, this is really cool. I need to Google the lyrics though because it's not on Spotify. So I'm going to take a look and hopefully not get spoiled because I really want to guess this one. I really, really want to guess this one. Okay, the song is playing. I love this song. Oh my god. I'm adding it to my fucking playlist right now. It is so good. It is crazy. Ooh, I see a letter that I don't recognize. This is so much fun. I'm gonna cry. This song is so good. Is Slovenia in this year? No, it pulled out. So it can't be Slovenia. I'm thinking Serbia next, but I'm not sure. I'm so in love with that song. I'm putting in a fucking 10 billion out of 10. That song is so good. That song is so good. That song is so fucking good. Is this Latvia? Wait, I want to see Serbian. I can Google this too. I did this a few years back at least. Serbian alphabet. Does it have the one letter that I don't recognize? Yeah, it does. I'm gonna look for Latvian. No, it doesn't have that, but it does have a fair amount of the similar ones, like similar. Yeah, but it doesn't have that one. So I'm gonna lock in Serbian. Serbia, best song all time. That's like a lie, but that's so good. That song is so good. Best song in Eurovision so far. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker. I'm a big fat sucker for folk and folk music and folk in other genres, bro. I am such a sucker for this shit. Actually, I love this type of shit. This actually is my fucking jam. I've just been listening to a shit ton of folk music. I don't know why. I've just been in that sort of mood, and this is so good. I am so excited to see it on stage. I'm so excited. I'm not going in person, by the way. I'm not going in person to Eurovision. Let's continue to On Replay by Psikebia. I kind of like it. I think it'll be good as like a performance as well. And I think after this song I'm gonna take a food break because I'm over halfway, I think, or like I'm halfway. I'm on number 18 and I'm hungry. low-key I'm getting Latvia from. Why is everything Latvia? Everything is Latvia this year. But from the name I'm not getting Latvia. Maybe Lithuania. Lithuania maybe. I'm gonna put Lithuania, I think. Okay, we are back. I just ate lunch because I was so hungry. And we are starting with Mother Nature by Eva Maria. Mother Nature was honestly, I kind of liked it. It was kind of sweet. It was kind of cute. And I really liked the cover photo of it. But I am a little bit confused. The production of it kind of sounds like it would be from Western Europe, but her name kind of sounds like it could be Eastern Europe or something like that. So I'm kind of inclined to think possibly Latvia, but I don't want to say Latvia because there are a couple of their songs that I see like the names might be from Latvia, or maybe Estonia actually, but I already guessed Estonia, and while I'm not very happy with the guessing Estonia, I don't know what countries are left. Okay, so I have not guessed Albania, Bulgaria, Croatia, Montenegro. I don't think it's any of those ones. Switzerland, Australia. It could be Switzerland maybe. I feel like if there's a French or like other, I guess Switzerland could also be in German. Anyways, Australia maybe, but I think her name sounds quite European. Sweden, maybe. This song is very much a maybe to different countries, so possibly Sweden, but I don't know if Sweden would do something like this. It's not really typically what Sweden does. Georgia, no. Israel, I found Israel down the list, so no. Ukraine, no. Czechia, no. Luxembourg, maybe, because Luxembourg take artists from different countries. Luxembourg does take artists from different countries, so maybe Luxembourg. I think right now I'm kind of thinking like Luxembourg, maybe Switzerland. Portugal, no. Latvia, maybe. Lithuania, I have guessed. San Marino, I found down the list. Germany, probably not. UK, I don't think UK. Maybe UK. So it's either Luxembourg or maybe UK. But I'm not happy with either of those options. I'm trying to look at the background of the photo to see if there's any help. No, it's just trees. I kind of want to leave some of the eastern ones because I see some ones up ahead. That might be it. I think this is either UK or Luxembourg. But I think she has a bit of an accent, so I'm going to go for Luxembourg. I'm not happy with that, and I probably will change that. Next one is None by Alice. There's no lyrics for this one, but I'm gonna have to probably Google them. Yeah, this is definitely like the Eastern stuff, which is why I wanted to leave it open, because there were a couple of them that were like that. Maybe Montenegro? Maybe Bulgaria? By the way, I'm going to showcase how I find lyrics, because I've just put in none of these lyrics, and let's look. Alright, basically what I was doing, I was just like, oh my god, wait, I know this language. Hold on. Anyways, what I was doing was covering the screen because it did say Eurovision, and then I think it said the country, but I didn't get the country because it had more text, but I was squinting and I couldn't see it. Oh, I know this. Is this Latvian? This cannot be Latvian. Hold on. Maybe it is. No, it's not Montenegro. No. I know this language. It's Albanian. It's Albanian. Hold on. Albania. Well, it's Albanian. It is Albanian. It looks kind of Albanian. I don't think it's Georgian because Georgian writes in a different way. It's if I get these ones wrong, I will hate myself. These ones are the easiest ones to get because they're just language based. I think it's Albania. Okay, it's Albanian. It is Albanian. Let's move on to Nova Zora by Tamara Živković. So it also doesn't have lyrics, so I'm gonna have to. I think this might be Croatian. No, did I already guess Croatia? Wait, the Serbian one could also have been Croatia. No. Wait, is this Serbia? Okay, I like Nova Zora, but problem is that I think it's Serbian. Guess who we've already guessed Serbia for Lilik, so we have to go back. I'm looking at the Lilik lyrics again. And it does still look like Serbian, but there are a couple letters that aren't really in. To be fair though, that's the same with the other one. There are some letters that are not in it. I don't think it's Bulgarian, because I think Bulgarian is in Cyrillic, and all of the lyrics are not in Cyrillic. They're in the Latin alphabet. So my guesses are between Croatian, Montenegrin, and Serbian, between the three. Oh, I need to look at the Montenegrin alphabet a little bit better, actually. I spelled that wrong because it started going on Montenegro Eurovision, and I'm like, I don't want to know Montenegro Eurovision. This is also in Cyrillic. It's like half in Cyrillic and half not in Cyrillic. Is it actually? But there's zero Cyrillic in any of those things, so I guess it can't be Montenegrin. Oh, Nova Zora has Nova Zora is Croatia, I think. Now I'm looking back at it and I think I was right. I think Nova Zora is Croatia and the other one is actually Serbia. Okay, I'm gonna lock that in for now because I was very confident with Serbia before. Anyways, so let's move on to the next song, Michelle by Noam Beton. And this is Israel. There's a second artist that's listed that's Israeli. Oh, it also is starting in Hebrew, so Hebrew and French. That's pretty cool actually. This does feel kind of French though, like it does feel like a very good mix of French and Israeli music and like pop, I guess, because it's still pop. But yeah, okay, that's not bad. It does seem a little high for the guy, so I'm curious to see how he performs it. Honestly, when it continued on, it just felt like a bit of a standard Eurovision song, which is fine, but I don't know, I think it could have been stronger. I think Israel has had some stronger songs in the past, and I don't think this one was necessarily too strong. Let's move on. 1, 2, 3. Germany. Please be Germany. I'm gonna go crazy. I saved my Germany for this. Really? Actually upsetting. Okay, so I guess we found our UK. That was definitely the UK. That was 100% the UK's entrance to the song contest. So I changed my last Austria vote to be Germany instead. So the song was pretty fun, I can't lie. It sounded very UK. And we're gonna move on. Okay, next one is Bella by Aiden. And I see a watermark of a song contest in the top left. Now, I have only had 2 songs that were spoiled for me. I was gonna say I can't quite read that, but I can read that. That is the song weapon, I think. No, it's not song. I think that says Malta. Yep, it's Malta. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take out my Malta vote. I'm gonna just play this because I already know what it is. But this is annoying. It seems very like TikTok song, but it's like okay. Let me find my other Malta and get rid of it. Okay, let me think of a different one for her then. I'm gonna leave it open, but I'm gonna highlight her so I can come back to her. So that was every single time I have like started talking after a song has ended, I have started talking like it was a radio and you are listening to it as well. You're not listening to it. You're skipping over the entire song because otherwise this video will literally be 3 hours long. But in any case, it was a good song. I think it'll get into the finals and I think it'll do fairly well in the finals, but I don't think for the jury it has some of the certain jury points, but I don't think it has the vocal prowess that juries would give a lot of points to it. I am guessing Malta because that is true and I'm going to give myself an asterisk. Next one, we're going to go to Epic to Be True by Vanilla Ninja. I have a feeling this is Australia, but I can't quite tell. It's not Australia. Not the Australian accent. I know Australians have Australian accents. Sweden, maybe? How many are left? Oh, I think I might go Sweden on this one. I need to figure this one out because I have 12 countries that it could be and then only 11 songs left, including this one. So I have guessed Sweden for Too Epic to Be True because I don't know. It doesn't really seem like a Sweden song. I don't know. And also figured out the 12 thing is because I took out Sarah Engels. So I still have one more from earlier on. So I do actually have 12 songs to guess. Every year I'm not happy with any of them, but I'm not happy with this one, but we'll see. And next is Paloma Rumba. It also doesn't have any lyrics on here, by Simon. Just Simon. This is not what I was expecting. I'm actually gonna just go Montenegro on this one because he has like the accent, like it could be maybe Ukrainian. It doesn't seem like something that Ukraine would send in. He usually send in better songs. I don't know if this, I need to like think about my rules specifically because okay, I did not get very much help from him, but I did get a little bit actually closer to the end when I realized that it was more of like a rock sort of song. Comparing it to A Country last year, they did I think actually quite a similar song from what I remember, and that is Armenia. I've already guessed Armenia and I was actually quite confident with my Armenia, but now I'm not so confident. I was thinking Georgia initially as well. I was also thinking Georgia. I also looked at the credits. This is why I mentioned Armenia. One of the credits has a fairly Armenian last name, and that's because it ends in a yan. I know someone who is Armenian and her last name ends in a yan. I'm like kind of inclined to think that it's Armenia, but maybe I'll swap them around. Maybe for the one that I said was Armenia earlier, which was Dancing on the Ice, I think I'll set that one to be Montenegro. We have how many songs left? 8 songs left. Let's go on to Superstar by Sen Hit, which is 100% San Marino. It's a good song. It's quite pop. But I'm looking back and I'm looking at the next few songs and I'm looking at the songs that I've already guessed, and I feel like I'm so wrong. I know the last one is Portugal, which is why I have not said Portugal, because it was, oh yeah, I forgot Portugal was also spoilered. Whoops. But no, but it always is spoilered, except last year they have like the festival, like the song choosing festival in the cover art. This year they have that. Last year they didn't, but this year they do. And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I still don't have Switzerland. Switzerland should have come up. I still don't have Austria. I feel like that should have also come up. I still don't have Ukraine, and I don't have a Czechia. I do kind of see one that might be Ukrainian. I just need to actually literally listen to the song and see if it's Ukrainian. But yeah, but I'm just kind of like, I don't really know. So yeah, anyways, Superstar just ended. We're going on to Crossroads by Daniel Zizka. There's no lyrics for this one either. So I just listened to Crossroads and I am guessing I'm guessing it's Czech. It kind of sounds like that one song that someone did, and I don't think it was Czechia that did it a few years ago. I think it was actually Serbia. But it does kind of remind me of that one. I don't remember. Samo Sespava. Something like that. It just kind of reminded me of that song, but that was Serbia. But we already have Serbia, and I'm quite insistent on Serbia for the other one. We're gonna move on to Pray by Alicia. So I'm looking at the credits right now, and I'm looking at her full name. Alicia looks Polish, but I already guessed Poland just by the name, because there's only English. If only there were pink parts on the screen. Could this be Bulgaria? I mean, or maybe Montenegro if it's not Poland. No, the name looks Polish. The beginning of the name looks Polish. The end is not, which is what's tripping me up. Is that Bulgarian? Can I Google what Bulgarian last names look like? They usually end in like a V, like an ov or like an ev or an ova or evet. So I'm guessing Poland. I'm changing the other one though. And to the other one, what is left? Bulgaria, Montenegro, Switzerland, Australia. Switzerland, Australia is left? Georgia, Ukraine, Portugal, Latvia, Austria. No shot. Okay, no, I guess Montenegro. Did I not? I'm confused. I'm gonna go back before I reveal everything to make sure everything's in check. Probably change some. But maybe I'll just put fucking Bulgaria for the other one. I don't fucking know. I don't know. That was Bangaranga, by the way. That was what I guessed for Poland. But I'm gonna guess this one for Poland because her name just looks Polish. Okay, whatever. Krajmene by Lavina. Oh. I scroll down to look at the credits and I see a letter. I see a letter in one of the names. Why do you have that D in your name? Why the fuck do you have a D in your name? Like it's like a D with a little slash on it. No shot. What the fuck? I thought I was done with Serbia. I actually thought I was done with Serbia, and no, I'm not. I'm not fucking done with Serbia. Serbia is not done with me either. I say Serbia because I remember this D was in Serbian. It's also in Croatian. I think I am so mega wrong on every single goddamn stupid level. I have like literally 5 songs left. What I might do is just get through the rest of them and see if I can like actually pinpoint any specific thing. I think I found Latvia though. I'm listening to the next one, Solo Quiero Más, which I thought was Spain for a second before I remembered that Spain is not participating this year. I'm closer to my computer than like ever because this is pissing me off. Oh, it was a little dingly S and the dingly E. It's that, no, that's not Lithuanian. I swear to God, if they have the dingly letters, I'm gonna actually go crazy. No shot. No. Who has the dingly letters? It does have some dingly letters. So where the fuck is the dingly S's? Is there a dingly S or am I going crazy? No, there's no dingly S. So this one's Lithuania. Where did I put Lithuania before? Also the search feature in my Google Docs is not working. Oh, okay, well that one's Lithuania, I think, because it has the little dingly letters in it. Let's go on to Rydnym. Oh, it is Ukrainian. Oh my god, thank God. Yep. Okay, thank God. I looked at the name of the song and I was like, that looks like the romanization of Ukrainian. And I was right. And then I thought the entire song was in English and I was confused. I actually quite like this song. I'm pretty solid with this Ukraine though. So I'm going to take Ukraine off of the thing. Anyways, I'm going to listen to this one and we're going to come back to Enna afterwards, which is the next song. And I'm scared of the next song because it looks like it has letters that are not English. Because it probably does have words that is not in English, which means that I have to guess what language it is, which means that I probably have to look at the alphabets that I've been looking at all over again and re-guess like the entirety of Eurovision. I can't do this shit, man. It has a funky little N and a funky little L, and please don't tell me this cannot be Lithuanian. This cannot be Lithuanian. It's not Lithuanian. Is it Latvian? I think this is Latvian. It has a lot of E's with a line over it and A's with a line over it. And then the little thingies at the bottom are not connected, so this one should be Latvia. So I just started Just Go. Started listening to it. Just Go by Jiva, I don't know. It's Turkish?
No, it's not.
I don't know. It looks Turkish.
But it's not.
But Turkey's not participating this year, unless I'm wrong. What the fuck? I'm gonna Google Georgian, but Georgian should be in a different writing thing. Yeah, it's in a different writing thing, but there's none of that so far. Oh my god, is this Montenegro? No shot that this is Montenegro. I want to look at the Montenegrin alphabet again. See, okay, it's telling me it's in Cyrillic, like half Cyrillic and half not Cyrillic. And this isn't in Cyrillic either. This is Turkish. I'm Googling the Turkish alphabet. Swear to God, this is Turkish.
I go on to say that it is Turkish about a bajillion times, even though I'm stupid and I forgot that Azerbaijani is a Turkic language. So I'm very,
The question is, which country would send a Turkish entry? Because there's no Turkey.
There's no Turkish either.
Because there's no Turkey. I don't think Australia would send in a Turkish entry. I think it would be maybe Montenegro or something. The last song is Rosa by Bandidos do Cante. And this is Portugal because it is spoiled to me. So now I have to go through every single goddamn song and double check that my countries are going to remain the same. And I'm going to do this probably on my own because I'm going to crash out and probably take a fair amount of time. But I'll repeat what I am thinking of for each one because I'm thinking a whole lot of them are going to be wrong. And also I have to go back and look at some of the languages. Finally, it is the moment that we have all been waiting for, me especially, because I've been working on this for so darn long. Let us begin. I changed a whole lot of them because the second I started getting into it, I realized that so many songs had to be swapped in order for it to all make sense. And because also if one of them I was fairly confident with what I had originally, and then something else had changed, like Croatia I have changed a lot, then a lot of other songs were affected basically. So I'm just gonna go from the beginning and Google the songs and see what they are, and on screen will be text right here of what this song is and what it's supposed to look at the country. We're going to start with Bangaranga.
Okay, so I'm just going to come in for a second for a voiceover because what you're watching me do right now is me messing up the audio for the rest of the video, which is really, really smart of me to do right at the end, right at the most important part of the entire stupid video. So I am gonna see, I'm just gonna try my best to use the audio that I had already recorded because I don't know if I can get my reactions the same way right now. I'm also disgustingly sick, but we'll see how it goes.
And I guessed Bulgaria because I had to move stuff around, and it is Bulgaria, which I was actually really not suspecting, but that's I'm so tired. I've been doing this all day, so I'm just kind of sick of this and I just kind of want to be done. Anyways, Fyrvikom Hjem. That one's Denmark. We been know My System by Felicia. I actually changed this one to Austria because I could not find, at the end there was Austria, Switzerland, Australia left, and I could not find which ones to do it, so I ended up changing a bunch and then just slapping on a bunch of other ones because I just genuinely didn't know. It's Sweden! We got one right, one wrong. Next, Finland. We know it's Finland, so I'm just gonna put Finland. It is right. Now, Jala by Antigone. It is, drum roll, it's either Cyprus or Greece. I swear to God, if it's something that's not Cyprus or Greece, I'm gonna cry. It's Cyprus! Oh my god. That means that the other one is right too. Life is so good right now. Fire Engels. Nope. Fire by Sarah Engels. I had changed this one to Australia because I could not figure out what Australia could even be. I was so lost because I feel like the one by Vanilla Ninja, I feel like that one really could have been Australia, but they had an accent to it, so if it was an Australian accent, I would just go do that one for sure. This one, well, great, Germany, thanks. The next one is Romania, which is Choke Me. Next one is Viva Moldova by Satoshi. And if it is not Moldova, well, it's not going to be Romania, but if it's not Moldova, I'm going to cry. It is Moldova. Let's go. Yeah by Unislav. I ended up changing this one to Norway because the one that was Norway got moved around. It's Norway. You're joking. I mean, I'm happy I got it right, but I don't know if that's the best thing to do, Norway. Like, I don't know, I was expecting something else. Anyway, Ferto, that's Greece. Well, we've been new since Cyprus. Regard by Monroe. I forgot to say what I've been rating them all. I have not been rating them all. I always forget to rate them. It's Pulse. It was a Paris. It was really the one that caught me. Okay, Alice by Veronica Fusaro. Okay, so I'm really worried because, okay, I think I have San Marino and Italy in the bag this year, but her last name is so Italian. I'm worried it's like the Turkish girl who just got sent to a different country or something. I ended up putting her as Swiss or Switzerland because I did not find anyone for Switzerland. There's not that much French, which is so strange. Oh, she's Switzerland. Oh, okay. That was actually quite surprising. I was tempted to give her Australia because it was like normal English, but just simply see by Da Vinci. I know. I need to have like coffee before I do. I had coffee before this and I have tea right. I feel like I need to be more energized. Sorry, I feel like I need to be more energized. Here, let me be energized. Oh my god, Per Semplici is Italy. I would have never guessed. Does that seem real enough? Be honest. Dancing on the Ice. I guessed Estonia because Estonia got moved around a whole lot and I genuinely had no idea who to put for Estonia. None of the songs looked like it was Estonian. So I'm really hoping it's Estonia. It's Belgium. This is Belgium. Oh, well, the next one I guessed is Belgium, so it's not gonna be Belgium. So let's see who it is, which is Eclipse by Delta Goodrum. I don't like how Dancing on the Ice is Belgium. I was not expecting that. This is Australia. Eclipse is Australia. This is not good. This is really not good. Tanzania, please be Germany. I'm really worried that this is lost right now. I'm actually gonna cry. This is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. Well, I should have kept Oster for that one because I put that in first. My gut was telling me it's Oster because why would Germany ever send a German song in? I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Let's go for Andromeda by Lelek. If this is not Croatia, I spent so long because there's one letter that I needed to appear and it appeared in Croatian. No, it didn't appear in Croatian. Wait, why did I put Croatian then? Too late to fucking change that now. I don't think I found that one letter because it's the O with like the little thing above it. There's another letter with the D with the strike in it. Oh, it's Croatia. Which wasn't Croatian and Serbian. But I ended up putting Croatia because I think the other one had a different thing that told me it was Serbian. Great. Let's do On Replay by Zibeke, which I guessed Georgia. Because I had to move stuff around. I had something else for Georgia. I had to move something else around, and this ended up just being Georgia because it was like Georgia and like Switzerland left, and I was like, between the two artists, right, in terms of their names, the one that sounds more Georgian is Zibeke. So I'm actually so glad for that. I'm actually so happy. Mother Nature, this was also a guess, and I don't like it. I guessed Luxembourg and I didn't change that one. Frankly, I wish I did. So I take back the last statement that I just stated. It's Luxembourg. Actually, like a miracle, like a divine intervention for it. Just say it's Luxembourg. I'm so good at this game. Okay, let's go. Nan by Elise. I guessed Albania. I'm like running on a Yes! Ugh, I'm so good at guessing languages. I'm like actually running on like adrenaline right now. Nova Zora by Tamara Zhivkovic. I put Montenegro because Montenegro was last. I moved around the Turkish girl. Think of the Turkish girl. Where is she? No, Montenegro was last, but Azerbaijan got moved around. Montenegro is last. So I put her here. There is no shot that this is actually Montenegro. Why? I'm so mad. This is in Montenegrin, but in the Romanized Montenegrin, not in Cyrillic. Because I guess a lot of countries are trying to move away from Cyrillic, which is fair, but I'm just pissed at myself that I didn't even think that was an option. Like, I genuinely just put Montenegro because this was last. I think it was that, and then also and Azerbaijan, so I just chose fucking Turkish for Azerbaijan and Montenegro for her. And I was not expecting it, but I guess this is, I'm just mad at myself right now. I'm actually just pissed at myself.
I feel like I wasn't very clear. I meant that Montenegro and Azerbaijan were one of the last 4 countries that I had left, or just one of the last countries that I had, and I didn't really know what to do with them, so I just matched it up to what I thought was closest.
Michelle by Noam Betten is 100% Israel. If it is not Israel, I will be blown away. Guess who's right? Me. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yep, there's the UK. Bella by Aiden. I did not guess Malta. I was spoiled Malta. Too epic to be true. I guessed Sweden. Oh, it's Estonia. Well, that's just disappointing. Well, I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be Sweden, but I wasn't expecting Estonia. Anyways, Paloma Rumba by Simon. I guessed Armenia. It's Armenia! Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that's pretty good of me. Superstar by Sunhead. I guessed San Marino. It's San Marino! She has done Eurovision for San Marino. I think this is like her 3rd or 4th time. She has been doing San Marino for a while. Hey, crosswords. Oh, no, it's not Daniela, it's Danielle. Danielle Zizka. Danielle Zizka. I like Danielle Shishka. Oh my god. So I had Googled it and before I said what I guessed. And it said Czechia. And because I was thinking about other languages, I was like, oh no, it's Czechia. And then I checked the document and I put Czechia. I scared myself there for a second. Okay, it is Czechia. Oh my goodness. Okay, Pray by Elise. Yeah, well, you know, my other Polish option was not Polish. So this is Poland, according to me. And according to it is Poland. According to Eurovision, it is Poland. Wow. By Lavina. I put Serbia because they have the D thing in there. I was so prepared for this to be wrong. But I think it's actually going to be right. It is right. Oh my god. This is crazy. It's because of the other one. I was so prepared for the Croatia to actually be Serbia and then this for actually to be Croatian. Solo quiero más. This one I'm a bit worried about. Actually, no. I'm so not worried. This one I put Lithuania. I'm so not worried that it's Lithuania. I am so not worried that it's Lithuania. I'm so right all the time. Just don't look at when I'm wrong. Ukraine. That's Ukrainian. If I get the last few right, this year will be very, very wait. I think I will get the last few right. Anna by Atavara is Latvia. Okay. Wait, does that mean that I actually got the fucking Azerbaijan right? Wait, hold on. Just go by Gila or Yila or something. I put Azerbaijan. It is. Oh my god. It is Azerbaijan. This is actually crazy. And then the last one's Portugal. This is actually crazy. I think this is one of my best runs yet of this game. And I think it was, like, besides going crazy over all of the languages that are, like, slightly different, but, like, at least an alphabet, because I have to go over the alphabet because I don't speak these languages. Besides going crazy over those alphabets, I think it was actually quite easy to this year just because of the countries that are not participating. So actually I want to talk about that. So if you don't know, somehow, if you're living under a rock, 5 countries have pulled out of Eurovision for this year and probably for next year as well, unless something changes. They want Israel to not be a part of the competition, I'm not going to say my opinion on that. I'm just going to keep it neutral and just say what's going on. So Iceland, Ireland, the Netherlands, Slovenia, and Spain. And honestly, some of them they did kind of trip me up over the last few years. Slovenia, if it was in Slovenian, it would have been fairly easy because that's just Slovenia. The Netherlands has tripped me up multiple times. Spain typically doesn't because it's typically in Spanish and it's the only country that speaks Spanish. Ireland also can trip me up just because it is just an English-speaking country. I mean, it also has Irish, but it's not like Irish is not usually present in it, so it's typically just English, so it could just be any other country, or any other country's English could just be Ireland's. And Iceland, if it's in Icelandic, it's pretty easy, but if it's not in Icelandic, then it also becomes a bit of a tricky one. So there is like a couple countries that are like that do trip me up, but they also added in a bunch of countries that have their own languages, and typically in a geographical area where the countries that participate in Eurovision in that area do already send stuff in their own language. Last year was also kind of tricky because there was some French from non-French speaking countries. There were like 5 songs in French. I actually don't remember the exact amount, but like there were too many songs in French, and there aren't that many French speaking countries in Europe. And I think some of it wasn't even in French if it was a French-speaking country, so I don't know. Montenegro and Azerbaijan, they're the 2 ones that I genuinely had I thought that they were so wrong. And then they ended up being so right, because at that point I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be looking at fucking alphabets for so long. But yeah, this is pretty good. So I'm gonna go through and count up every single one that counts. So not Denmark, Finland, Portugal, or Malta. Count them all up and see how many I got right. Let's move on to the results. So I counted it up. There are 31 total songs that I'm going to be counting for this because 4 of them were spoiled. So 31 total songs. I counted 25 right songs, which I think is the highest amount, I think. I'm going to pull up my Eurovision from last year. 25 right, that's a whole lot of songs. I'm very, very surprised. I'm actually incredibly surprised, which ended up being an 80%. So that's pretty darn good. Let's look at Eurovision 2025 and see how much I got right. This is what I got for Eurovision 2025. I cannot find where it is at all. This is what I got for Eurovision 2024, a solid 83%. That is pretty darn good. And this is what I got from Eurovision 2023, which is a solid 54%. I skyrocketed after that because I did not really take it too serious at that time. I'm kind of mad at myself for the Croatia-Serbia mix-up, but I know now for the future. If you enjoyed this video, please please subscribe if you want to see some more content like this next year, and if you want to see some other content on the way, then also subscribe. If you do not care about me, you can go have a good day. But if you do, I have a couple of things coming up that I want to share. I am planning to do a video that'll probably be released in the fall or late summer, which will be a fairly big thing for me. I'm going to be trying to do something really new, which is related to music. I hope I actually get to do that because now that I'm saying it, now I need to do it. But anyways, in July, I'll be releasing a project of mine that I'm currently working on, and that is a series of compositions of mine. They'll be recorded and released and posted in July, maybe August if everything goes really horribly, but I'm aiming for July or August. So if you're interested in new music, then definitely feel free to check it out, take a look. It'll be very, very cool, I think. I really like these compositions, so just keep an eye out for that, and you can totally just subscribe. I don't know, turn the bell on if you really care. Subscribe and take a gander and keep an eye out for when I release new music. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.